What's going on, YouTube? It's No Change coming to you live from PC Plaza, and I am here with another commentary. And this is the first episode of my Madden 16 franchise mode. And as you guys see here, the team I am choosing for this franchise mode in place of the 49ers will be the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'll explain why I chose them. But just to give you guys some background, I will be taking over as the owner of the franchise as Richard Yingling Jr., an American billionaire businessman who actually lives in Pennsylvania, so I thought he would be a good fit to take over ownership of the Philadelphia Eagles. But a little bit more about why I personally chose the Eagles is because they're the biggest rebuilding project after Chip Kelly basically committed roster suicide, giving away all of their star players and keeping some questionable ones on the team, and then going out and getting a quarterback like Sam Bradford. A lot of questionable moves in the offseason for Chip Kelly, which I think made this roster a good fit for me to take over and try to rebuild and do things a little bit differently. Hopefully this will be a very fun series for you guys, but I just want to address a few suggestions that I got in my last video as well. I was suggested to do teams like the Bills, the Redskins, and teams like that, but I think all of those teams already have established their identity, and it won't be too hard to build on that. I think if I had one offseason with that team, I would be in the Super Bowl, but that's just me assuming. But I wanted to go with a team that had a lower overall and didn't quite have an identity that I could actually build for myself during the franchise. And that's how I came up with the Eagles. And lastly, I want to talk about the type of videos that you guys will be seeing for at least the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season. And those are some highlight-driven, fast-paced videos where I won't be telling the full story of the game. Of course, you still will get the key plays and the big plays, but you won't see the short gains and things like that, because I want to get through the first at least 3 or 4 weeks of the season fairly quickly in order to make up time that we're losing having to start over in place of the 49ers series, because we know Madden comes out in August. I know it's only January, but you know, we want to get through as much of this series as we can. But as you guys see, I'm taking a look at the roster. I hope you guys have been paying attention, but cornerback is definitely going to be a concern for me, and we play a lot of very good receivers, as you guys will see as I take a look at the schedule as well. But cornerback is going to be the primary position that I'm going to try to fix in the offseason. I may even make a trade near the deadline. It depends on how our starting cornerbacks are performing. But in week 1, we face off against Julio Jones and the Falcons, Dez Bryant and the Cowboys, Brandon Marshall and the Jets. So I'm excited to see how this secondary will play. I have a hunch that we're going to get torched a lot, but that's just my hunch. I'm not sure. I'll try to have them perform at the best of their abilities, throw a lot of different zone in there along with some man, and see how we do. But also a lot of pressure is on our quarterback Sam Bradford, as he will be our starting signal caller for this offense and will get his fair share of throws a game, because I'm not sure how reliable our run game will be with DeMarco Murray in this scheme, but we'll see how things go. I hope to see you guys in the first episode versus the Atlanta Falcons, and I'll see you guys then later.